Okay, this is chapter 5, Raccoon Clues. It took only a few minutes to walk to Indian Way Road, where Mr. Pocket lived. Bradley brought Pal. Pal liked to play with Randolph, Mr. Pocket's dog. The kids climbed up Mr. Pocket's porch, and Bradley rang the bell. They heard barking from inside. A man's voice said, "Hush, Randolph." Then Pal barked too. His big tail swung back and forth. The door opened and Mr. Pocket smiled at the kids. "Well, hello," he said. He was holding a fluffy dog in his arms. "Look, Randolph, we have company." Randolph wiggled to get down to play with Pal. Pal tugged on his leash to reach Randolph. "Hi, Mr. Pocket," Bradley said. "We were wondering if we could ask you some questions." Mr. Pocket raised his bushy white eyebrows. "Questions about what?" he asked. "About missing Easter eggs," Nate said. "Ooh, a mystery," Mr. Pocket said. "Come right in." The four kids and Pal trooped into Mr. Pocket's living room. Mr. Pocket set Randolph on the floor. "You can let Pal off his leash," he told Bradley. And Bradley did, and the two dogs began to wrestle. "Please come into the kitchen," Mr. Pocket said. "I have something on the stove." Bradley, Brian, Nate, and Lucy followed Mr. Pocket. He walked over to the stove and stirred something in a pot. "Do you kids like spinach?" he said. "No," shouted Nate and Brian. "Yes," shouted Bradley and Lucy. Mr. Pocket laughed. "Don't worry, I won't make you eat any," he said. "Actually, I'm boiling dandelion greens. They taste even better than spinach." "You eat dandelions?" My parents pull them up and throw them away. Aren't dandelions weeds?" "Yes, they're weeds," Mr. Pocket said. "But if you pick the leaves before the yellow blossom opens, then they make a delicious meal. I just boil them for a few minutes and then add a little butter, salt, and pepper. Yum." Mr. Pocket set down his mixing spoon. "Now what about this egg mystery?" he asked. The kids told him how Dink, Josh, and Ruth Rose hid some plastic eggs for them to find. But they also hid 4 real eggs, Bradley went on. They painted them gold, and they said that if we found them, we would get a treasure. Mr. Pocket smiled. "And did you find the eggs?" he said. "No, they told us where they hid the eggs, but they disappeared," Nate said. "We remembered seeing you in the park," Lucy added. "We wondered if you saw them." "No, I only saw the swans and a lot of dandelions," Mr. Pocket said. Randolph and Pal raced to the kitchen. "I wonder if Randolph ate eggs." "Ate the eggs," Brian said. Mr. Pocket laughed. "My little dog doesn't like eggs," he said. "Well, we better keep looking," Bradley said. "Thanks a lot, Mr. Pocket. Sorry we disturbed you." "You didn't disturb me at all," Mr. Pocket said. "Randolph and I love visitors." He walked the kids to the door. "I hope you solve your mystery," he said. The 4 kids walked out onto Mr. Pocket's porch. "You know, I just thought of something," Mr. Pocket said. He was looking through the screen door. "Raccoons often steal birds' eggs to eat. I saw a family of raccoons this morning. I wonder if they took your eggs." "We saw them too," Brian said. "That's a good idea, Mr. Pocket." The kids said goodbye, and Bradley put Pal back on his leash. Let's cut through the park and check one more time, he said. Maybe we'll see these raccoons again, Lucy said. They'd better not be having eggs for breakfast, Nate said. Oops. Chapter 6. Snakes eat eggs too. Okay, tomorrow we'll read chapter 6 together. Have a great day.